when you get out on the water, you know, one of the main things here as well, this is your throttle shift. Just push it in for forward. That's the neutral position in the middle. And actually it has a little light that'll show you you're in neutral here, this green light. If you ever want to make sure you're in neutral, go ahead and look at that light. And then reverse. You never want to go too fast in reverse or you'll kind of swamp the back end a little bit. But really easy, nice steering. This has hydraulic steering, which is extremely nice. And once again, just like trailering, you want to just take it slow and be aware of your surroundings at all times. And when kind of up on speed or going at speed, you always want to be looking out a good 100 yards or so to make sure there aren't any obstacles in the water. I saw earlier there was a branch floating around out here, but you want to make sure you're not going to hit anything that'll damage the boat or pose a serious safety risk. You always want to be aware of your trim level. You know, when you're closer to shore, obviously you want to have the boat trimmed up.
Yeah, just speak to trimming. Trimming is the act of elevating or lowering or raising to improve performance. Just say, let's talk about trimming.
Yeah. So let's talk about trimming for a second. Your trim is essentially the trim or the attitude of the engine on the back of the boat. You can trim it all the way down is where you'll want to have it when you're out in deeper water and getting ready to cruise. You never want to take off with the trim or the motor up because it'll just throw a bunch of water and it's not good for the engine and it's not going to get you very far. So you always, if you're going to take off from a dead stop, you want to make sure your motor's all the way trimmed down. Then when you get up to speed, if you start trimming the motor up a little bit, it'll raise the nose of the boat out of the water, so it will give you a better, smoother, faster ride. If you raise it too much, you'll hear the engine start whining a little bit, and that's your prop slipping, so it doesn't have a good bite on the water. So you'll know when that happens, and when it does, just go ahead and hit your trim button down a couple buttons. So it is pretty sensitive. Right now, it's in kind of the up position. And you can hear it when that comes out of the water. You never want to keep your motor out of the water because that's where the pickup is to cool your engine. So you want to make sure that your prop is always in the water when the motor's on. So right now I just put it into gear. It's trimmed up. You can get away from shore. Just visually look at the water level, or you can look on your GPS. If you have your transducer deployed, your GPS will tell you how deep of water you're in. So once again, before you take off, just lower it all the way down. You can hear it, and when you hear it change tone, it means it's all the way down. And then you're just ready to run. So it's very easy and a very important part of boating, trimming your motor up and down.